What's up, YouTube? New setup here. I like it. We all in nature. The frame looks pretty decent. I'm working on that, trying to get better at that, So bear with me. But in today's video, I just want to share with you guys a couple of mindset hacks that shifted and changed my whole reality, shifted my paradigms, and changed the totality of my life as a 30-year-old man with, two children, a relationship of 8 years that's thriving, a successful financial life as well as health, doing really well. So yeah, if you're younger, if you're in college, if you're a millennial like myself and just looking for something to get you over the edge and find success in your life, whether it's financially, health-wise, relationship-wise, everything begins with the mindset. Everything begins with the mind. That's actually one of the first things I want to start this video out with is everything begins with the mind. If you master your mindset, you will eventually master your reality. And the thing is, I don't separate my thoughts from my emotions, from my behaviors, because one thing you should realize is that all of these things are interconnected. Like how you think dictates how you feel. How you feel dictates a lot of times your commitment to your habits and just overall your behaviors. So one thing is to master your mind, and how you do that real simply is you have to master the subconscious mind, right? Your subconscious mind dictates, was it 90% of your behavior? So that is the seat of the soul right there. So the sooner that you learn that, honor that, and take action upon that, the faster you will realize, a lot of your limited beliefs, your limited thinking, how much opportunity is in front of you, and how much gratitude you should have, which will also allow a lot more abundance to roll into your life, right? And I know it sounds cliche and things like that when people would say, be thankful for what you have and have gratitude. But no, honestly, the more gratitude that you have, the less anxiety you will have in life, because of how the brain functions and things like that. Two of the both things can't operate simultaneously. Like you can't have anxiety while having gratitude. You can't have gratitude while having anxiety. So with knowing that, is you want to just try to be more appreciative of the things that are in your life. It slows you down. It helps you become more present. And that's the goal of life, honestly, is right. Inner peace, clarity. These things are all power in your day to day because you're able to, slow things down and put your best foot forward in every decision that you're making. You're able to be present in your relationships. You're able to be present with your health. You're able to be present with your finances, right? And all of these things constitute a healthy or a wholesome, fulfilled life. So the more gratitude that you have, like I said, the less anxiety is able to, you know, exist in your paradigm, then you just grow in presentness. And presentness is everything. As we sit here in nature is graceful. You're able to introspect. You're able to obtain more. You're able to connect more. And that's what I believe that we're on this planet to do, is to connect with ourselves, connect with others, and put our best foot forward, make the best decisions that we can. You don't want to think in terms of black and white, right and wrong. You just want to have as much clarity as possible so that you make better decisions and choices. And this, I want to kind of go down this path and say that learning the balance of life is learning when to flow and learning when to create. And what I simply mean by that is it is a time to be aggressive. It is a time to attack. Everything in life is about seasons. And it is times where you need to sit back and you need to allow things to come to you, right? It's the same thing of asking and giving, right? It is a time to receive and it is a time to give. And one thing going back to, the subconscious mind and things like that is what you will learn is with your limited beliefs and all these things, the greater your sense of being is, the greater your self-esteem is, the more you'll be able to receive. So that being, the better you feel about yourself, the better you will do, the more you will give, and the better you will feel about yourself. And you just grow in abundance. Like life becomes a lot more blissful. You're able to tap into a lot more joy, right? Because again, what I help people do and what I would like to help people do is to leave the depression and the suffering and the anxieties alone. And these tools right here, what I mentioned, the subconscious mind, healthy self-esteem, presentness. It allows you, again, to flow with life. I want to share with you a secret. I want you to do this right now, actually. Ask yourself, how do you view life? How do you view people? Because all of these things are simply reflections of your beliefs, but it's a reflection of self. If you believe people are cruel and rude, well, you might want to check yourself, because life is a reflection, it's a mirror of who you are on the inside, along with the world, what your belief about the world. Maybe you're consuming too much politics, too much hip hop music, too much, drama, too much whatever, right? Too much negativity. So if that's what you're consuming, then that's going to be your identity, right? That's it's just like how they say you are what you eat. So if you're just consuming that negative music, negative news, negative gossip, then that's going to be what you feel. That's what you're latched onto. That's what's going on in the back of your mind. It's what's influencing your thoughts. So it's going to project on how you see the world, and you have to just realize that there's paradigms, right? There's choices and beliefs that you're making that puts you in that bubble or puts you in that circle. And you have to realize that you have the choice, first of all, and you have the ability to step out of that circle or that bubble and create and choose what you want. But everything begins with awareness. So you want to become aware of what is healthy in the first place, right? If you're just eating fast food and you know it's not good for you, and then you're, also intaking other negative things, then you just simply ask yourself, what's the opposite? It's the same thing as limited beliefs, right? If your limited belief is I'm not enough, then just do the opposite. I'm capable. I'm strong enough. I'm beautiful. Whatever your case and scenario is that makes you feel like you're not good enough, you just want to do the complete opposite. And this is the same exact thing when it comes to negativity. You want to just find the polarity opposite of positivity and try to do it as much as possible. Try to stay consistent and form that habit. And once you form that habit, then you form what? An identity, a new identity. And you have multiple new identities projected into your future. You just have to, again, become aware of what that is by becoming aware of what you want, where you want to go, and what associations are with that thing, right? Just like if you want to feel better about yourself or you want to find happiness and things like that, well, you got to find new experiences, and then you got to find feelings associated with those experiences so that you can tap into that and, become more familiar with that thing, and it becomes much more common. It becomes a habit, a lifestyle, and then eventually, of course, an identity. So yeah, these are just some of the few things that I've noticed that changed my life within the past few years and things like that. It's so much more. This video would be far too long. So I just want to share that with my audience. I want to share that with you guys. I just reached 500 subs, so I'm feeling very stoked about that. I learned so many new things and tools and have so many new downloads that is going to take me to an even further level. And I'll come right back and I'll share it with you guys because, yeah, sharing is caring. But it's a beautiful day. Like I said, have gratitude, feel less anxious, try to feel less anxious, try to feel less depressed, try to feel less worried, try to reduce your overthinking by taking action, having gratitude, connecting with the people in your life, facing your fears, taking action, 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 action. The more action you take, the less time you have to overthink, the less time you have to feel anxious, and become more disciplined. Because when you do get this work done, it will become a period where you're in a high, and you need to have that discipline to make sure you're getting your rest, make sure you are balancing your life. Life is balance. So much to share, so much to learn. Thank you for stopping in this video. Hopefully I was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.